Let's get started with the show today. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. Let's see what we got to do here. Let's pull that down. I'm spoiling the show. Hold on, take that down. Get that out of here. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing, beautiful day. It's another show, another great show that is. Thank y'all for tuning in at 6:23 on a Thursday afternoon. I'm kind of liking the Thursday show vibes. I'm liking it. I don't know what it is. Something about a Thursday. Let me get my channel up real quick. The Justice Report Pod. Let me get that up. But I hope everybody's having an energetic Thursday. It's almost Friday. X is popping really good. My gosh. It's almost Friday and we're going to get it in. There's over 60 people watching on X already. Y'all are crazy. Y'all getting it in. Y'all see Sherrone more. Y'all want to hop in here and get it. Well, guess what? If y'all want to talk about it, let's get talking about it. Michigan head coach. Now, when I seen this, I was like, okay, head coaches get fired all the time. Like, I mean, didn't have a bad season. I mean, you lost the big ones. Okay, cool. I'm like, ain't nothing going to happen to him. He good to go. He'll be all right. Didn't think he was going to get fired, honestly. Then I got a notification. ESPN said, oh, well, Jerome Moore got fired. Okay. I said, all right, cool. All right. I mean, hey, it happens. I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, what's new about it, right? Then I did a little more research, and I keep seeing people talking about allegations. So I'm like, wait a minute. Slow it down. First things first. Hey, thank you, Sergeant Bain, T. Roddy, Karina. What's going on? Yep, I changed the name of the channel and everything, and we do a little bit of everything over here. But I appreciate y'all. But I looked into it. I'm like, okay, what's going on with this, right? Found out, and everything is a little bit of speculation, right? But we kind of got, because if you have to get arrested for having an inappropriate relationship with a staff, if she's over the age of 18, what are they going to arrest you for, right? I mean, even if you got it in on school campus, I don't think that's something they're going to put you in cuffs and walk you out of there, especially if you're the head coach at Michigan. Yeah, it's not really something that they're going to do. Like, it's like, well, I'm not going to compare that. It is, it's comparing apples to oranges, but it's like, so I knew something had to be up. So I didn't know what it was, right? At first, when they said he was arrested, I'm like, damn, did he, was he, but it's a college campus though. I thought he was messing with a minor or something. I was like, I'm happy that it wasn't. But at the same time, this is a married man. He got 3 kids. And he decided to cheat on his girl, his wife, excuse me. Okay. This staffer, right? And I got a picture of him on here if you want to look at that. I don't have an actual thing, but I got a picture right there. It's going to be the woman who's wearing a little Michigan scarf or whatever with the little blondish hair. It's going to be her right there, right in front of him. So he went for a bunny, right? And I mean, it's a common known thing that, black men love bunnies. Now, I'm not, sometimes you got to dip your foot in that water. I mean, just like white women love black men. It just is what it is, right? It happens. And he was married to a white woman too. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? So it ain't like he new to this bunny stuff, right? He, it just ain't, my teacher used to say, ain't nothing new but you, right? That's it. So he did that. I guess they were having a relationship. Something I want to, look at real quick. Because her position was, I think it was like an executive assistant to the head coach or something like that. Basically means she taking double D's, right? She getting D'd all the way down, triple down. If you got an assistant, you work with that assistant every day. She, check your emails, do all the stuff you don't really feel like doing. She does it. Set up your interviews and all that. She does all that stuff for you. She getting double D'd down. They spend a lot of time together. See, look, one thing I always tell people is that if you follow the money, you gonna find something. Now, this young lady might be damn good at her job, but how you go from $58,000 to $90,000 for the same position? Same job duties. How you that's a pretty big jump. It's a pretty big jump. Now, I'm not gonna say he, made this happen because it's processes to it. He can't just say, yeah, well, maybe he can. I don't know how he had it at Michigan. Who knows? But it's like that's the first thing that alarms me greatly. How this young lady's making $90,000 and she went from 58. Somebody said that they were having a relationship for a long time. But basically, to continue the story, now you got to be careful. You got to take everything with a grain of salt, but this is going to be around the story that happened. So it says he went over to his mistress's house right after he was fired and allegedly threatened to blank her and, himself, right? I don't know about the knife part. I mean, it could have not. There was no camera. She could be saying anything. She could be trying to get him hemmed up. I don't know. Now, I heard a lot of things saying that he left he left some like a Navy seaman. He left some of that inside of her and got her pregnant. But heard he got an abortion. This is just a messy story, right? It's just messy all over, right? It's just messy. Well, first things first, if you're going to do that, don't get the girl pregnant and then don't get an abort. Like, what? The best prevention methods is to not do it at all, or if you're going to do it anyway, make sure you pull out game 100. I don't know what she had now, but she obviously had something good to put on him. The fact that he let that go when he got 3 kids. If you got kids, you know. Now, if you're a single man, you ain't got no, well, I ain't even going to say single, but if you're a dude and you ain't got no kids, I can understand the slip up sometimes. Because you don't know what it comes with. Yeah, but you don't know. Nobody knows what having a kid is until you have a kid, right? Well, he got 3 of them. So he been shooting up the club a good bit, right? FBI, I'm talking about internally, right? I'm talking about inside of her, right? I don't want y'all to think I'm telling anybody to shoot up a club because y'all be done raided my damn house, which if you do, that'd be a good lawsuit because I have freedom of speech, right? And I'm obviously not making a threat. But, yeah, they decide to do that. Now, I've seen this posted. In this media era, I don't know what's real or fake, but this did come from his, I believe, his official account. It was deleted shortly after. But if Buddy's sitting here making jokes about this, I cannot confirm that he actually did that. But if he did, he might be going through something. I don't know if mentally he's effed up. I don't know what led him to do all of this. Sometimes when you feel like the world is crashing down and everything is ending, but I guess you caused it to end though, right? A lot of speculation came out saying that if he would have won the Ohio State-Michigan game, would Michigan have kept this under the table? Now, I heard from very credible sources that this wasn't a one-day investigation. This wasn't just, hey, hell, we're going to investigate this guy, tell the school he out of there in 2 days. I heard that this investigation was going on for months. I don't know what once again, it's all speculation, and we're never going to truly know until the full story comes out. Body cams and official police reports and things like that. So I'm not going to speak too heavy on that because I don't know. And I don't want to put anything on his name that he didn't do. But what we do know is that them two was definitely getting it on. And I believe his wife caught on. And I think his wife was the one that contacted the authorities when Buddy went AWOL. I don't know what made him do it. Who knows what's going through his mind? If he did threaten to kill that young lady and himself, that tells a pretty huge story. If most of this is considered, or if most of this is proven true, factual, he's never going to coach again, right? He's never going to coach on a major level ever again. He basically just ruined his entire career. Now, if you cheat, right, and you do that kind of stuff, most programs don't give a damn. They want to win in football. That's all they really care about. They'll get you back. But by you threatening to do this to the lady and you threatening to do it to yourself, at this point, you're a liability to the program, yourself, me, because I have this thing where if you say you're going to do something to you, you don't care about me. And I'm not going to be around nothing like that because I just, I can't do it because if you get yourself out of here, you don't care nothing about me being here, and it's not what I can do. Um, it's kind of a lose-lose situation. I don't know how he makes this better. He probably just try to laugh it off. I don't know what the charges are going to be. Obviously, they had something to put him in cuffs and take him and get a mugshot and all that. Cops ain't finna do all this work if they don't really have nothing that's going to stick. He say, she say, but the story had to be convincing enough to get Buddy hemmed up. I don't feel bad because it's kind of what you did. You got to take accountability for the things that you do in life, right? Nobody going to sit here and feel sorry for you and, oh my gosh, and nobody's going to feel sorry for you because you chose to do it, right? It was fun while you were doing it, and here comes the real responsibilities of it. I guess what I want to know is what made him crash out like this, right? What made him crash out? That's what I'm interested in seeing. Like, what led you to this? Out of all things you could have did, I'm a let it go kind of person. I'm not gonna threaten to do nothing to you because I don't get that way. So if I ever got caught up in something like this, I'm not gonna go to her house and threaten to kill. No, man. When people fight, no. Give me a second. I gotta get got my coffee chilling over there. Give me a second. But yeah, I'm not finna do none of that. Like, Buddy has lost his freaking mind. All right, I'm back. Let me get this. But it just goes to show that snow bunny fever is heavy, right? And he already kind of had a snow bunny, but I guess he got a younger one. It's heavy, right? And you can dip your toes in whatever water you want to. The only way you're gonna learn is to get into it, and you can like what you want to like. I'm not like what's his name, Dr. Umar, who say you deserve 1,000 lashes if you get with a white woman. I don't care about that, man. Whoever makes you happy. Skin color, that don't mean. I mean, somebody could be black and treat you poorly, and somebody could be white and treat you poorly. Get whoever treats you right, and go it that way. Knowing that is horrible. Goodness. That is awful. Get with whoever treats you right. And don't hire. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Hiring a female assistant, the closest assistant to you, unless you solid in your marriage, probably not the best idea. Just not. You might want to just go ahead and hire a dude or something. It's probably not gonna be the best thing for you. Because you get stuff like this. She got a bag. Now let's talk about this young lady. This young lady, right? Her career is not over. They don't. All of this is gonna fall on Sherrone Moore. All of this gonna fall on him. Hey, this girl ain't finna get nothing. I don't think she was in a relationship. So, I mean, yeah, it's not a good look that you got caught sleeping with. Okay, cool, but this is not gonna fall on her. She gonna have another job, messing with some other older guy who can give her, instead of 90,000, 150,000. Pay under the table. She gonna move on. We see these stories all the time. I covered them for a long time. She's not gonna get hemmed up for this. She's not gonna be at fault for ruining his family. It's gonna be him. Because if you're gonna lead a team, if you're gonna be the head coach, you gotta have some type of accountability. You tell the players that you want them to hold themselves accountable. Don't skip reps in the weight room. Be there. Show up. Don't cut corners. Treat people correctly. And then you don't do it yourself. So, don't tell me to run through a wall if you're not going to do it yourself. I'm just saying. And it's as simple as that. I'm going to show I'm going to show them one more time. Once again, it's going to be head coach is on the right. Young lady's going to be in the middle right here. And, yeah. People, boy, social media is a crazy place because they getting on both of them online. Nothing in life will ever stay private. Remember that, especially when you're in a head coaching position and you got people talking. Somebody knows. Somebody knows. Like, if I'm one of the, I'm an offensive coordinator, and I see him in this, and even though that's his assistant, you could tell that they've been kind of, you know. So I'm not going. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Oh yeah, T-Rod, he's done. He's done. He will never be able to he'll never be able to land a head coach. And it's crazy because he was the first black head coach at Michigan, gone after a year to a damn scandal of him cheating with snow bunnies. Gone. Hope it was worth it. Hope he made good money. And they fired you with calls, so you're not even gonna get no buyout money. You just lost. You got to realize that if you put all this time and energy, there's a lot of time and energy that goes into being a head coach, right? You finally got there. People were supporting you to get into this job. You finally got there. And gone. You'll never make that kind of money again. That's it. There's no other program that's going to pay you this much. To have somebody who cheating and threatening to kill it. Like I said, cheating is one thing. Threatening to kill somebody, well, you done lost your freaking mind. But, I mean, hey, block out the noise. If this is real, and he actually, like, posted this, his wife better have them divorce papers filed, boy. Take every damn thing. Because he think this is a joke. I can understand if he was sorry. You know, apologies, you know, taking it seriously. But if you posted this, this is your mugshot. And you put yourself in some earphones or whatever you call them things, some sunglasses, playing First Day Out, and block out the noise. Oh, hell no. Nah. Because you playing. And I hope she take everything. She deserves it. Take her 3 kids. You maybe get a weekend visit or so. Why are you advocating on splitting his family up? You split it. I ain't split it. You did it. I mean, I don't know what else y'all want. So, I guess we're going to wait and find out what really happened. I don't have much more to say on this guy. I really don't. And I'm not going to spend a whole show breaking this guy down, even though this is trending news, what we got going on today. But he seemed like he don't regret it. And a lot of times in these cases, we see him and the girl he cheated with. But these young, I wonder how old is she? Let me look up how old she is. That's going to tell it. What's her name? What's that girl's name? What's that girl's name? She been trending on X all freaking day. What's that girl's name? What? Oh, I was about to say, look, this is the first, you got to be careful. This is the first thing that popped up on X when I looked at it. Look. Breaking news. Kalen DeBoer accepts a head coach job at Michigan. What? No, now they talking about Buddy. Now they talking about Sherrone Moore done slid into other people's DMs. Whoo, that boy was going crazy. Her name is Paige Shiver. Somebody said no white man will ever go near Paige Shiver again. Black community can have her. Hey, she wasn't going for y'all. She don't like y'all like that. Talking about black community can have. We don't have. You don't have sounds like you can take little leftovers on the plate. We taking, dog. Let me tell you something. The power of black men, right, on a white woman. And you can call it inappropriate. You can say whatever you want to, but it's factual. One thing I'm not sitting here just capping to you is that once they get a taste, they gone. They don't even want you, right? They don't even want you. Like they complain about y'all, and I guess they got good reasons. They complain. They don't even think about y'all no more. It's just kind of how it is. That's why they do this kind of stuff. Let's see. So let's see. Somebody said the full story, and you got to take this with a grain of salt because you don't know what's real, what's not. So I don't know. This is a post on X says knocked Paige Shiver up, forced an abortion, doubled her salary, held a bladed weapon to her, now arrested for assault, threatened to end it all, and I'm talking about his life, to his wife. He's a man with 3 kids and a wife at home. Somebody said just another day in Michigan. That's another pic of her. Seemed like she did love the program, man. Ain't got no yams right there, but seemed like she actually did love the program. It's crazy how they find all this stuff on the internet. They in 2021. Ooh, and he was liking her stuff in 2021. Oh, snap. He was on, and it's crazy because I seen somewhere where they said that the wife and her actually followed each other. That's some cold-blooded stuff, boy. Dang, they got, okay, I see some yam. Oh, maybe that's not no yammies right there. They got let me tell you, you don't even need the FBI. You can have all these social media people. You can do all this kind of stuff. Oh, that's a good point. She has not been fired yet. She's still getting the bag. She has not been released yet. That's why I tell you, they'll get rid of you. She could stay. She could do like a little simple apology. Oh, I didn't mean to. He forced me. You see how he. And you know what? If I'm her, if it's true that he's threatened to, if he's a little suicidal or whatever, she could say anything. Yeah, he threatened to do this to me if I didn't get this abortion. He threatened to beat me up and throw me in a ditch. Cooked. I mean, like Popeye's chicken cooked. You deep fried, boy. That does sound good. Too many calories for tonight, but that does sound good right there. Every time I eat Popeye's chicken, that stuff make feel like my blood is boiling. Yeah, T. Roddy, in the coach's office, I mean, they probably got it in. A couple hotels here and there. She probably traveled with the team. Got to have a hotel anyway. Lonely nights. It's cold up in Michigan. Sometimes you need a little cuddle buddy. So I guess he said, forget the wife, kids at home. They irritating the hell out of me. Let me go somewhere else where we ain't got no kid, sit over here real quick and see what she got going on. He liked it. Yeah, T. Roddy, but here's the thing. It's a new era. What happens is, like, with all this social media, it's hard to cover stuff up. It doesn't stay covered up anymore. It's all out in the open now. So it's hard to hide these things. You can't hide something like that. That's why you got to be careful, fellas. Look, let me tell you something. I can understand it. She might have had something that was really good. Obviously, it got him off. But to blow a bag like that, let me look up how much his contract was. How much was Ramore's salary? Okay, about $6.1 million a year. It was a 5-year contract too. Dang. Man, I ain't. Oh, nope. I almost canceled that. I'm not blowing no $6 million bag. And respectfully, the girl is mid. Respectfully. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that. She's mid, right? Let me take another look. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. She's mid. I'm not blowing a $6 million. Her 90K job, she can go get that anywhere. She can get this anywhere, right? I'm sure with all the experience she got, she can go to another coach. I'm sure a lot of coaches reaching out right now like, hey, I got you a job right now. Get your 100K to come up in here. You're willing to do whatever's necessary to get the job done. We'll get you 100K. Come on in here. 55% change from last fiscal year. It's crazy. She gonna get all kind of job offers. Buddy ain't gonna get nothing. Okay, we talked about this. I don't want to stay on this too long. I feel like I don't want to keep beating a dead horse. Even though, I mean, golly, I just get this stuff out of here. I gotta get Buddy out of my studio. Get him out. Get him out. Buddy got his mug shot up there. Crazy times we live in. All right, let's review this. Let's review these playoff games real quick. Let's review the conference championship games. My bad. Okay, so the only game I wasn't able to watch was Duke and Virginia. And it's crazy because I was rooting for Virginia and they lost, but so I don't really know what to happen in that game. I looked at the stats, but stats don't tell the whole story. But should we go to Shedeur Sanders? I think I'm gonna go to Shedeur Sanders real quick. We gonna flip it. I got to go to Shedeur. Because this might take a second. I want to go to Shedeur Sanders real quick because I'm not an excuse kind of guy. I don't like excuses. I think excuses are horrible. I think that here, get that out of there. I think excuses are horrible. There's no point in even having them. And I feel like a lot of people are making excuses for this. And I'm going to play what I'm talking about. And I ain't got no smoke for nobody. I don't really care too much. But at first, we said, let Shedeur play. Right? Let him play. Now they're setting you up, put him back. Hey, I did what I had to do. Put him back on the sideline. Let it just, leave it. A lot of people talking about this 2-point conversion play that they said that lost them the game.
Department of Justice.
Look at this.
I need y'all to open up an investigation in what the hell is going on in Cleveland. What the hell is Stefanski doing? Because it makes no sense. Even if you want to run the Wildcat, considering that your quarterback is playing at he's on fire. He's hotter than 4 foxes in a forest fire. That's how hot he is, Ocho. And you take him out. You take him out to do. Think about this, Ocho. You take him out to have somebody else throw a pass? Because that's what it looked like. If you was going to flip it to him, what was he going to do? Run it? Or he was going to run and put up and pull up and throw a pass?
Pause. Okay. At first, I'm like, okay, this might have, but I looked at the play, and I hope it doesn't freeze up on y'all. All right. Stefanski and his offensive coordinator love running these schemes. They really love running these schemes on the goal line. They take Shedeur out almost every time on the goal line, right? Most of the time, it actually does work. Okay, on this 2-point conversion, right? They need 2 points to tie the game up, take it to overtime, unless the Titans would have went down the field and scored something real quick. But they run it. Okay, Shedeur is out of the game
for the tie. No.
All right, Shedeur, ball is snapped. They're gonna go right. Do you see this guy running across, basically doing like a little end around? He's running. He's on the 2-point. He's on the 2-point words right there. Right, headed across the field.
Snap.
Right there is where the ball should have been handed off at. I don't know what this guy was thinking. Right there, it wasn't a pass play. Right there is where the ball should have been handed off at. He missed it. The announcer caught it right there. The blocking is in place. Name one person on this field that can stop this 2-point conversion from this point right here. If this ball is handed off, it's a hole larger than the girl Sherrone Moore was cheating with. He could have ran through that hole right there. Everybody is blocked. When you can see the Browns players' numbers on the back of the jersey, that means they are that is good blocking right there. Okay, that hole is open. That's open. You run straight through it. He didn't hand it off, which led to this disaster.
He's supposed to pitch it, but didn't and couldn't. And now he's going to have to throw it, and he does.
And now the guys who were blocked aren't blocked anymore, which means that the play is dead.
And the Titans hold them off.
And the Titans are going to win that game. That's why I'm not understanding, right? Honestly, that play would have honestly worked well. Play would have worked. Player miscommunication. I don't know if he forgot his assignment. Maybe he didn't see it. I don't know what's going on with him. But that's a touchdown. So I'm not a person. Now, if I'm a head coach, I'm not doing all that. That's just, it's too complicated. It's you taking a gamble every single play. It's just not what I like, right? I like to keep things simple, because when you keep things simple, you can play fast football, and you don't have to, should I have pitched it up? You don't have to worry about none of that. It's just it's straight ahead. But apart from that conversation, I want to add in another clip real quick about they want Shedeur to sit now.
Like it might be promising, they still have an issue with that. So it looks like what they're trying to do, based on some of the things that we've seen, some of the things that we've heard come out of that locker room or that organization in general, they still don't think the person that is at the helm right now is the answer. They don't.
Yeah. I mean, and I really hate to feel this way, but a part of me is like, yeah, we're going to let him start the rest of the season. Oh, Bears, Bills, Steelers, Bengals. If I'm Shedeur, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I already showed y'all what I can do. Put Dylan in there.
Nah,
I want y'all to keep in mind, all season, people have been put Shedeur in. The Gabriel's horrible. Put him in. All season. Now Shedeur starts. He started 3 games? Well, I guess he's played 4 games and lost 3. Only game he won was, I believe, against the Raiders. 49ers he tried to get in there with the Ravens. Dylan Gabriel handed him the win before he got hurt. Couldn't get it done. Ravens win. Okay, it's the Ravens. I understand. Okay, you go on to play the Raiders. You win the game. Congratulations. First career official start. You win. It's the Raiders, dog. They play. I could send a JV team out there, and they could do better than the Raiders. What the hell is the Raiders' offense? What is the Raiders' offense? That's why Chip Kelly had to get up out of there. Because what? Hell, I could do this. Yo, I can pull somebody out the stands, and they can call better plays than what's being done now. They can't move the ball. They can get. I remember they got an interception on defense was locking up. They got an interception on defense. Couldn't do nothing with it. So, I don't know what you're going to say about the Raiders, but, it's the Raiders. You beat them. You go on to face the 49ers. You get beat. You go on to face you go on to face the Titans. Cam Ward. Close one. Shedeur threw for, do I have his stats on the screen? Threw for 364 yards. Now we're talking about the Titans now. Let's not get crazy. Talking about the Titans. But still threw for 300. Cam Ward a little cleaner. Not as many missed passes, but still threw for it. Go back to that video.
Nah, I want him to play against the Bears. I want him to play against the Bills. I want him to play against the Steelers because I want him to show that I'm a competent quarterback. And
yes.
I can compete at the highest level as a rookie if given the right amount of time to prepare.
Right.
That's what I want him. I want him to have.
No. You, Ocho. But this is not a mistake. They picked these games, and why couldn't you name his ass the starter 3 games ago? Why was it week to week? Because every time he don't want to answer a question, he always say, "Well, I don't want to get into that."
Right.
I don't want to get into that because they asked him before, which is Shedeur going to start? Well, I don't want to get into that. Let's look at the film and all that, bro.
Wait. No. That's not true. Because after the first game, and they asked him, is he going to start the next game? He wanted to see if he could do it again. Mm-hmm. What is he going to look like again? If he look bad, what's the first thing you think Stefanski was going to do? He's going to put Dylan Gabriel back in there. Mm-hmm. That's why he had to. All right, I don't want to answer that right now. I don't know. But Shedeur gave you no choice. Man, could you imagine after he played this game, after he played this last game and the game before that, if he was the bench, you took bench Shedeur, you talk about losing your locker room?
Now, I agree with the decision. First of all, we're not benching Shedeur. If I'm head coach, which I would never be head coach of the Browns, I'm not saying they want me. It just I personally, I want to get into coaching and stuff. Would never go to the NFL. I'm good. It doesn't interest me, right? High school, college, love it. NFL, you can have it. No. But if I'm him, right, if I'm head coach of a team, first of all, I'm going to do what the hell I want to do, right? Whatever I feel is best for the team is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to let no outside influence come in here and tell me how to run my program. Now, once again, you got to realize that, okay, we only see certain things. We don't know what the hell Shedeur is doing in practice. We have no clue, right? Now, we call Shedeur some type of talent or whatever the case is, right? And I agree that he's talented, okay? But now that you have this harder stretch, the Titans was probably going to be one of the easiest wins you're going to get. Now that you're on this stretch of teams that's most likely going to whoop you, now you want to put Dylan Gabriel back in and see what he can look bad and Shedeur can go out on a 364 yard game against the Titans. No, let him play. If Shedeur, this is going to be the greatest test Shedeur has had this season, most likely, right? Because if Shedeur is truly as great, he's settling in now. If he's really great, these next few games, he can get it going, right? The Browns defense is good enough to win a game now. Sometimes they be a little sleep, but don't we all? So if Shedeur is really good, okay, this performance, right? A lot of incompletions. If we clean that up and have the 364 yards and 4 touchdowns, why not? Let's stay consistent. But next week, whoever they play, I forgot who they play, but whoever they play, if this goes down to 115 yards and an interception, which he did, I think Cam Ward had an interception, he had an interception. If it goes down, and also when it comes to mistakes, right? As a quarterback, you're responsible for every ball that leaves your hand. Throw an interception. What if that interception was a difference maker in winning and losing this game? Because anytime you face a turnover, the other team gets hyped. Other team has another opportunity to put points on the board. Turnovers are never a good thing, right? And I understand it's the NFL. You're going to have them. It's college. You're going to have them. But if you're really that great, you shouldn't be scared of no opponent. Let him play. If I'm Stefanski, I'm saying, yeah, let him play. Do his thing. Why not? What you got to lose at this point? And if I'm the Browns, hell, I'm not really concerned about losing games. Where are we going to go? To playoffs? Where we going to go? Wish I got a bowl game or something? What I got? Best thing I can get is a higher pick in the draft. Try to get some good guys to come in here, get some more draft picks at a good seeding. Get some more pieces that come in here. Hopefully some offensive linemen, because golly. So now, and T. Roddy, I agree with this comment. Now, that Myles Garrett is a beast. They put a lot of pressure on quarterbacks. I don't know but Cam Ward is a beast. I didn't watch the game 100%, right? I seen here and there. I didn't watch it because I don't care too much. But I don't like excuses, right? If you're going to be good, ball out. Don't take them out when you have a hard stretch of games. Show us. Beat these teams. Make history. Not, let's put Gabriel back in, right? I don't think Gabriel's going to see the field for the rest of the year. He could. If Shedeur gets hurt, of course he will. If Shedeur, I don't know. I think that he's going to play whether he does good, whether he does bad. I think Shedeur has it the rest of the season. Stefanski's like, you know what? I heard enough of y'all talking. Have it. Have it. I don't care anymore. Have it. Sick of y'all. I'm getting criticized for. That's why, I told T. Green the other day, I said if I'm a college coach or whatever, NFL coach, and Shedeur comes up on the board, I personally would not pick up Shedeur Sanders because I understand how much of a distraction it'll be. It's not a distraction that I want. I can build a great team. I don't have to get Shedeur. Cam Ward, hell yeah, I get him. Absolutely. Bo Nix, absolutely, I'll get my dog Bo Nix, who is also leading the Broncos. They're 11-2 right now. Let's not get it twisted. But I'm not getting Shedeur. You can call it what you want, but a distracted team is not a good one. Social media is 15 times heavier anytime Shedeur's name is mentioned. Any game he plays, the media is going to find a way to spin it somehow, whether he's really bad or really good. We don't see no other quarterbacks getting that kind of attention. I don't want it. I don't have no time for social media. If I breathe wrong down Shedeur's neck, if I curse him out in practice one week, and they typing, oh, why he treat Shedeur like this? No, I'm good. That's way too much. And y'all know damn well this is
play last week when they tried the direct snap.
Y'all know this is a touchdown.
No Shedeur, it's Judkins on the direct snap.
That's a touchdown, dog.
He was supposed to pitch it, but didn't. Couldn't. And now he's going to have to throw it, and he does, and it's incomplete.
That's a touchdown. All right, I'm done with Shedeur. I just had to say that. I have no hate for him. I hope he wins every other game in the season, right? You do what you got to do. I really don't care too much. But let's not start these excuses. It's not even Shedeur is not the problem. I said this the other night. Shedeur is really not the problem. It's the media, man. It's the media that is the absolute problem with why people can't get behind Shedeur and why I say this is madness and we're overhyping somebody who won the 5th round. It's ridiculous. But, hey, it is what it is. Y'all going to do what you got to do. All right, let's get to these playoffs real quick. Excuse me. Let's get to the SEC championship games. Georgia absolutely belt to ass Alabama. I watched this game. And this game is a little different. The score does not fully reflect what happened in the game, right? And I made some notes while I was watching the game. Georgia was electric. Georgia had more energy. When you look at quarterback play, I thought that Ty Simpson's, his balls took longer to drop. I felt like Stockton, Georgia's quarterback, when he threw the ball, he loaded that mug up and launched that. It zinged there. Ty Simpson, which is why a lot of those balls were incomplete. Georgia's defensive line dominated. They put so much pressure on Ty Simpson all night, which is why a lot of those balls were incomplete, which is why they could have had some touchdowns. They were just bad balls. And at the same time, especially towards the end of the game, when he threw that, probably the last offensive drive they had, where he threw that touchdown pass that was covered up, but it was in the end zone, and it damn near hit Buddy in the chest. Dropped. Scrambled for his life. Threw a dime. Dropped. It wouldn't have made a difference. It would have made the score 14-28. But at the same time, it's like, you got some things to fix. The protection has to be better. Ty Simpson has to put zing on the freaking ball. Georgia looked like Georgia out there. There was no doubt about that. Them boys were playing for something. They were ready, fired up, wanting to go. They was out there hidden and everything. I'm looking like I was truly impressed. I was truly impressed by them. And they didn't leave anything on the table. And it's not even Alabama's defense that really got this going, right? That really cost them this game. Wasn't even their defense. If my notes would load, why are these not loading? Reloading. All right, there we go. So I said in the first quarter, it was basically a defensive battle, right? Until Georgia had blocked an Alabama punt inside the 20. It's where you start having, when you have these short field situations, right? You block a punt. It's where it starts. Because now they're inside the 20 already. Georgia's run game was on fire. They hit a play action pass. I mean, when you know when a play action pass is wide open, you're getting dominant because you're putting all your resources towards the run. And they hit a play action pass a lot that night. Buddy was wide open, touchdown, pass. On the goal line. It was just beautiful. Ty Simpson throws interceptions. It didn't get better for them. Like it just was not a clean performance by Alabama. Everything took too long, which is why these screens, both teams, Georgia ran the hell out of them screens. They ran them by all night. One thing about it is, and Ty Simpson was doing a lot of checkdowns too, but the difference is that the ball took longer to get there. So Georgia's defense reacted faster when Georgia's offense was doing those checkdowns. He was zinging it, so you didn't even have time to react because it was shoom. And they had enough time to either set up blocks or they had enough time to just go make a play. It was spot on. Missing open throws. Bama had a deep ball across the middle. Underthrew. Could he have had a chance to catch it? Of course, but underthrew it. When your receiver is beating the DB, and because the pressure is so high that you can't really get a good deep pass, he underthrew it, couldn't get to it. Bam. Story of their life, huh? They're in the backfield all night long. Had Ty running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Stockton on the other end moved in the pocket well, right? He had pretty good protection all night. When he didn't, he was aware in the pocket to where he could get out of there if he needed to, or guess what? Just redefine the blocks. That's it. Sometimes all it takes is a little shift and guess what? You got a whole new pocket. They slip through sometimes, but you got a whole new pocket. Once again, relentless pass rush. They're in Ty Simpson's face the whole game. A lot of screen plays going on. Ty can't even scramble. He can't get out the pocket. They're not letting him do anything. And Georgia dominates 28-7. And then we got to talk about this playoff picture for them. Georgia, of course, won the SEC championship, so they're going to have this first round bye. Alabama, on the other hand, a 3-loss Alabama team still got into the playoffs. I'm not going to say the playoffs is better with Alabama in there. And how this is looking, and we'll make our predictions in a second, but we're strictly on Alabama's portion at 9-8. I think that Alabama beats Oklahoma. I think that this loss to Georgia might have been one of the best things that happened to them. Because Alabama didn't just lose because they got dominated. Alabama lost because of stupid mistakes. Block, punts, all this other stuff. If you don't have these interceptions and all this dumb stuff, guess what? The game's a lot closer than what it is, right? If you could just tidy up, do a little internal maintenance, you'll be back. You beat them. You beat Georgia the first time you met this season, and they belt to ass you the second time. Not because they just dominated, it's because of mistakes. I got Alabama beating Oklahoma. I got Alabama beating Indiana, right? I know y'all like to, and we're going to talk about the Indiana game too, but I know y'all like to put all y'all money on Indiana. And if you said Indiana was going to beat Ohio State, congratulations. I thought Ohio State was about to belt to ass them, but they didn't. Bad judgment on me. I don't watch Indiana. I don't watch Ohio State because they normally don't play anybody. I'm not going to sit here and watch you blow out an opponent by 60 points, but then when you meet some competition, only one touchdown on the board, a bunch of other field goals. Not watching that. I got Alabama winning against Oklahoma. I got Alabama getting Indiana. I think that they have that level of play, which will take them to the semifinals. Whether they're either going to play Oregon or Texas Tech, we'll go into that when I do my predictions in a minute. But ultimately, I kind of see an Alabama and Georgia rematch in the playoffs. That's what I see for the national championship, like the good old days with Nick Saban. And that's what I see kind of about to happen. Moving on to Indiana and Ohio State. Defensive game, most of the game, right? You got two undefeated teams fighting for the Big Ten championship. Mendoza. The score should have been higher. Indiana missed some wonderful opportunities to get in the end zone. Once again, had a receiver in the middle of the field, running wide open, underthrows it. Damn near broke his damn leg how he had to stop. Had to go to the sideline because he got hurt. Wide open. A lot of these quarterbacks are missing these wide open receivers. Like when they have these chances, they're missing them. They're underthrowing them. But Indiana had, I said it was great bursts from both teams, right? I said it was great bursts from both, right? I don't agree with Indiana winning. I still believe Ohio State should have had it. Jeremiah Smith is an absolute beast, by the way. I mean, I've seen him, how he even catches the ball with a guy. I mean, covered up. When you have that receiver, you can just throw it over to him and he'll probably make a play. But it was locked. It came away with the football. Like, Buddy's a beast, right? I knew he was like that, but golly. Not too much to talk on. A lot of field goals for both teams. I really feel like Ohio State should have had to win. I'm like, I know y'all hate that, but I really feel like Ohio State should have had to win. I guess you can't go on that, but Ohio State should have had to win. So, I don't like, it's hard to explain because I don't want to, they're not going to go out their own philosophy, right? Same thing for Indiana. I see Indiana doing a little bit of what Michigan did as well, but they're not going to go out their own philosophy. They're just not going to do it. But Ohio State has a lot of talent, and I feel like they're not utilizing that talent well enough. Because, I mean, you're only scoring 10 to 13 points a game at this point. When you face competition, that's horrible. Jeremiah Smith is locked up and still catching stuff. They missed a lot of deep balls down the field that would have been touchdowns because mainly the ball was just bad. Sayin was kind of all over the place. They kind of treated him like Ty Simpson. He's kind of scrambling and just trying to get it, but then he throws interceptions. And when you throw these interceptions, it's hard to win. Like, those are crucial mistakes that you can't make. Against a nobody team, you can throw 6 of them, probably still win. But against a team that can match you pretty well, those interceptions you just can't do. That was this catch about 13. I think this was a catch that ended the game. Because they just sent Buddy out on the route. I think they just sent him on a go, like a little, was it a go route? I think they sent him on like a little go route. Just threw it up. Got the first down, and I think that's what ended the game right there. But it's not going to last. Don't worry about it. Because I got Georgia belting ass and whoever. Hey, do they play? Oh, yeah. I got Georgia belting ass on them. And then when it comes to Duke and it comes to Virginia, I was rooting for Virginia. I didn't really have good picks, man. I think I said Alabama was going to win this too. I don't know who I said, but I like Virginia. I think that, one, the ACC championship should have been Miami and Virginia. I think it would have been a great matchup. Would have been wonderful. But, I mean, I guess throw Duke in there to play for an ACC championship that's not going to really matter because, if Virginia wins, I mean, they possibly could have got in. If Duke wins, you can get a bowl game, I guess. You're not going to go to the playoffs. You're not doing that, which makes it kind of pointless to do. But I mean, hey, I guess you're ACC champion, so I guess that's not pointless. I mean, you won your conference at 7-5. I guess they're 8-5 now. But You got somebody who's 7-5 who has won the conference and got to an ACC championship before Miami did. I think we would have had a better game if it. But I mean, I heard they was getting it in. But I personally, and I got a little bias, I would prefer to see Miami and Virginia in the playoffs. I don't know who's going to win the ACC next year. I feel like Miami's not going to fall far off, but you got this quarterback problem. Carson Beck is most likely gone, right? Unless he sues and says he needs 4 more years, or who knows. But he's gone. So you're going to need a quarterback. I don't know how well they've been developing their backups. Most people don't. Like Florida State has a problem where they're not developing their backups and they just want to go into the portal and grab somebody, and then you end up with DJU. You end up with Tommy Castellanos, which is a little bit like a upgraded version of DJU, but you need a quarterback. You don't have to keep going to the portal to grab one every year because the dynamics are going to change. Let's say this next quarterback, you strike gold. Hell, you go to the playoffs. I doubt it, but you go to the playoffs. He leaves to go to college. I mean, he leaves to go to NFL or go work at McDonald's or something. And what are you left with? Trying to find a quarterback when you could develop a quarterback and have him for 3 to 4 years because you got a redshirt freshman sitting on the sideline named Kevin Sperry, who loves FSU. I think he's a great quarterback for the program, but you'll never know if you don't give him a shot. And do you think Kevin Sperry is going to sit around? And it's just going to hurt FSU recruiting in the future because if I'm a top quarterback recruit, I'm not going to FSU. Y'all just going to choose somebody in the transfer portal over me. No. Give him a chance to start the season. Hey, you might get belt to ass next season, but Sperry is going to develop. Sperry is going to, like, guys like that don't leave these programs unless they have to. Develop them. Miami's going to have this. I don't know who they're going to put at. They better get somebody good. Or whoever their backup is, let them have the opportunity and take a shot. What more could you ask for? Except Notre Dame's Christmas gift did not come true. They got left out of the playoffs. Jumped by Miami. Miami got in. They were left out. And I absolutely agree with that decision. Why is that? Because Miami and Notre Dame faced head-to-head. And Miami won. Won by much. But they did win. You got to be careful in how we're constructing college football today. Because if you keep doing this, one, they might have a 30-team playoff, and then we're still going to have a problem because somebody's going to be upset they got left out. No matter how many teams you expand this to, somebody's going to be pissy and get upset because they got left off. If you want, I'm not saying we should do the 4 teams. I think 8 is okay. 4 or 8 teams, I thought the 8 was a good number. What's next? Because apparently this guy wants even more people in the playoffs. I liked 8 instead of 12. Might go to 16 next year just to get everybody in. And you know what people are going to start doing? And Notre Dame does need to join a conference. They do. They need to join a conference bad. But you know what people are going to start doing? What does a conference championship mean anymore? You got a 7-5 Duke who just won the ACC championship, didn't even get in the playoffs. What do they mean anymore? If Notre Dame would have got in over Miami, what the hell does a head-to-head mean anymore? I could just schedule cupcake games all season, keep my team healthy, play the backups for the most of it, might get somebody a Heisman Trophy, and get the 1 through 4 seed in the playoffs. Forget the conference. I don't even want to. Hey, I'm going to opt out of the conference championship. Choose somebody else. I don't want it. If I'm in the ACC, I don't want it. What is it going to do? Because the ACC champion's sitting at home. Miami is going to the playoffs. People are going to throw games. Obviously, if you're good enough, you can lose 3 games if you're in the SEC, excuse me. This era of college football is, it's really declining with NIL. It's hard to even keep up with who's on what team because people, they're headed out. They're gone just like that. half these teams are unrecognizable. I don't know. This Florida State team's going to be different next year. Miami's going to be a little different next year. Even though Miami has kept a lot of their guys, it's going to be a little different next year. We don't know who's going to win because you're playing with a new set of players. It ain't like 5 years ago where you had the same set minus maybe one or two people coming back every year. And you can, these guys were engraved in the program. They were here for 3 to 4 years. They grew up together. You don't have that. Hell, Buddy might be from Mississippi. Your right tackle from Alabama, which that's a good pick, by the way. I'm just saying. Your left tackle from Colorado. Your guard is from California. Your left guard is from Virginia. Your center from Oklahoma. Your quarterback from Texas. Your safety from Alaska. Everybody else from Timbuktu. You never know. Her FSU is recruiting a rugby player or something in Australia or something. Number one, I don't know what it is. They gonna come over here and get his ass whopped. I don't know. This and then this guy wants to expand it. No. Absolutely not. I'm fine with more football. I'm not good with bad football because all you're going to do is end up with the same 4 to 8 teams that you normally would have in the playoffs. Because look at this bracket. What's different here? If this was 8 teams, would we have a better or worse playoffs? Right? Like, okay, JMU and Tulane, right? I don't see JMU beating Oregon. I don't see it happening. I mean, it's college football. Anything can happen any time of the day or night. So I'm not going to say they can't. I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening. So you already know Oregon is most likely going to win that. Alabama, Oklahoma. Alabama's not going home. What is this? Alabama's not going home. Especially not to Oklahoma. It's not going to happen. So you got Alabama going to win that. You got Tulane and Ole Miss. Yeah, Ole Miss is missing Kiffin, but I think that team is motivated enough to really get it done. So I'm not too worried about it. I got Ole Miss winning. When you talk about Miami and Texas A&M, now this is probably the one that I don't know. I believe that Texas A&M has the up. I think Texas A&M will win. I would love to see Miami win, and after that, they'll probably get belt to ass against somebody. But I mean, I would love to see Miami win, but it's really looking like I got to go Texas A&M. I got to. Hey, Willie, I trust me. I definitely know about Tulane. But Ole Miss finna whoop that. It's just what's gonna happen. It's just what's gonna happen. I can't bet on Tulane. I just can't do it. Conference play is different. And also, Ole Miss has something true to play for. I got Ole Miss, man. If the conference level was not as different, Ole Miss and SEC, they play harder opponents every year. I can't do it. I just can't do it. You're talking about a team. Nah, I can't do it. I try to convince myself out there. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Only team these people lost to was Georgia. Beat everybody else convincingly? No. Who's already beat Tulane in the season? Oh, no. Because remember, they faced in the season, they beat them 45-10. Nah. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right. Now, we didn't even go over Texas Tech BYU. I didn't even have a thing for it. For Texas Tech and BYU, I completely missed that game. It was actually a lot closer than what you may think. It wasn't that far. The score makes it look like BYU got dominated towards the end. BYU was just letting it all go. It just wasn't good. But it wasn't the belt to ass y'all thinking how the score was, right? I watched it. BYU scored first, very convincingly too. I think the stat was they were the first team to score first this entire season, something like that. Let me see. First team to score first on Texas Tech all season, right? So, and honestly, they weren't doing too bad. Oh, Texas Tech hadn't allowed any opening scoring on the very first drive all season, right? They used a lot of misdirections. They had a lot of trick plays early. That wide receiver, Parker Kingston, I mean, but he's actually a pretty good QB. I mean, I'm not saying he should be QB, but I kind of like him when receivers can throw the ball, can throw the ball well. But here's the thing. BYU was up 7. Texas Tech responded with a field goal. So you're still winning, okay? Okay, Texas Tech's defense woke up, right? And I don't even know why. First of all, BYU's quarterback, I think they said it was a true freshman. He wears number 44 or 47 or something. I'm not trusting no quarterback wearing no damn 40 number. 30 to 40, you a fullback, running back. What the hell are you doing? I don't know what's the background on that. I have no clue. But I'm not trusting you. I don't even want to see something like that. Now, that boy is fast. He looked heavy set, though. He looked like he really heavy set, but he took off when he had to. They bopped him as well now, so let's not get that. But the mistakes, what really killed BYU is the mistakes, right? You got an interception. First of all, number 13, I cannot think of his name for Texas Tech. That boy had 2 interceptions. One in the flats to where I forgot what he was trying to throw. I think he was trying to throw like a little wide receiver screen or something over here. Bounced off whatever, landed in his hand, went with it. The second one was a one-handed interception. Quarterback read it wrong. One-handed interception. He snatched that thing. Absolutely beautiful. Second of the game. The BYU quarterback also had another thing where he had the ball. I don't know if he got nervous or something. Dropped it, had to fall on it. Huge loss of yardage, like 6 or 7 yards, just off rip. Like, it was the self-inflicted wounds that really killed BYU because they weren't playing that bad. Then it's like towards the end of the game, you had another fun. It's like BYU killed themselves. When it came to this game, they killed themselves. And Texas Tech, they took advantage. They just took advantage and hit it. So Texas Tech deserved to win that game. BYU, I don't want to say they were outclassed now because anything is possible, but, so that's why I say, and a lot of the scores were field goals, right? Texas Tech had to do a lot of field goals to get that score up there. So it wasn't like touchdown. It was touchdown, field goal. Well, it was field goal, touchdown, field goal. Well, I think they scored like, I don't know. I forgot. I forgot that. That game was a little while ago. But here, let's do it like this. Let's do it like this, because it's all in my notes. No, not the. Oh, okay. I guess that works. Okay, so here's the scoring drives, right? BYU touchdown open drive, you got 7-0. Texas Tech field goal 7-3. Texas Tech passing touchdown 10-7. Texas Tech field goal 13-7. Texas Tech field goal 16-7. Texas Tech's touchdown on the 4th and 2 play action pass to the flats 23-7. Texas Tech field goal 26-7. Texas Tech touchdown 34-7. So you got 1, 2, 3 touchdowns, 1, 2, 3, 4 field goals. Think about that. So that's BYU's defense getting stops when they absolutely needed it. But when you are getting interceptions, let me scroll through. All right, for BYU and the turnover period, Turnovers are going to be costly, especially when you're playing a good team. I told y'all this earlier. They had 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles. One, it was on the running back, and he had it. He ran it. I guess he got tackled from behind or something. Didn't even like a direct hit. He just lost it. Dropped the ball. It's just like every time they had a chance to do something, it just got worse. So Texas Tech, I'm gonna go ahead. JMU fans, I apologize. I'm gonna go ahead and put y'all out. So Oregon versus Texas Tech, that's gonna be a good one. I don't know who y'all think gonna win. I like Oregon, right? I like my team, Oregon. The only problem I have with Oregon is that they don't really play anybody like that during the season, and when they do play somebody, they lose. Like Oregon is the best nobody team out here, right? The only team they lost to is Indiana. But who else did they truly play that was like like that stuff kills you when you don't schedule those hard games. Like, we don't want to see you blow out Montana State. We don't want to see you blow out Oklahoma State. We don't want to see you do that. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see you face a nobody team. Like, after a while, strength of schedule is going to mean something for training on your team. You can choose a nobody schedule, and then you get to the playoffs and you get your ass kicked because you're not used to it. I would rather the harder season, like an SEC schedule, to where you're going to play talent all season long. And even like how one thing I got to give Mike Norvell is how he's starting to schedule decent opponents, right? He's starting to schedule SEC team like how he scheduled Alabama this year. And he actually beat them. I think it was a fluke, but he actually beat them. That led to them having a higher ranking, right? I mean, that gave them an amazing start. It fell down, of course, but it gave an amazing start. You beat Bama. Cool. Next year, they go to Tuscaloosa, and, I think it's going to be built to ass, but, you never know. But when you schedule teams like that, it shows that you're trying to match the level of competition. You're trying to go outside just beating up on Kent State, beating up on East Texas. Where even is that, right? You've never seen that school a day in your life, haven't even heard of it. Like, I understand those little schools come, get their ass whooped, and get a good check, but why? If I'm a head coach of a serious program, I'm not facing East Texas. I'm declining it. I don't want to play y'all. No. Put me on the schedule with Oregon or somebody. Put me on the schedule with Indiana. If I'm in the ACC, put me on the schedule with Alabama. Put me on the schedule with Ole Miss. Put me on the schedule with the SEC team that can do something. Put me on that schedule. Put Michigan on there. Put Ohio State on there. Put Texas on. I want to come out with a bang because playing these games is going to let me evaluate how good my team really is. Me blowing out East Texas does not tell me how good my team really is because we ain't seen that all season. Me blowing out Kent State doesn't tell me how good my team is. It tells me that we could beat up on a team that shouldn't even be in front of us right now, but we can't go beat up on the SEC team. We can't go beat up on ACC opponents. Hell, Stanford beat FSU. You can score 180 on Kent State and East Texas, but can't score more than 14 points on Stanford, one of the worst teams in the ACC. This is why I say the level of competition matters. The level of competition matters because I'm going to know off rip what I need to do. Not getting shocked deep into conference play. I don't know who wins the ACC next season. I have no clue. We'll be covering the ACC and we'll be covering – what did I say? I didn't say we'll definitely be covering the ACC. I don't know. I don't know who. I don't know what other conference I'll be doing. I don't want to overdo it, right? I don't want to do it. I think T. Roddy, let's bring it home real quick. Let me get your dog in here, man. First things first, James Franklin. To be the head coach at Virginia Tech, get removed, and then come back as defensive coordinator on the team that you got removed from. That takes a special kind of person, right? I'm not roasting. Like, I mean, that takes a special kind of person. Like, I couldn't imagine getting fired. And then you bring me back in for a lesser position under somebody after you fire me. And me be like, yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't know what James Franklin said to him, or maybe that's just the kind of guy he is, right? It just shows, I guess out of everything, it just shows his character, right? Maybe love for the school. I feel like that's just going to be weird, man. You walk into walking in as a head coach is one thing, right? Or walking in as a defensive coordinator who upgraded to a head coach, that's one thing. But going from a head coach to a defensive coordinator on the same team, I feel like the dynamic could be off. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's going to be all smooth and peachy, but I was the head guy here. I was running everything, and now I'm just a defensive coordinator to run the defense. I don't know. I hope that James Franklin makes a great run in the ACC. ACC is one of those conferences where you don't know who's going to win. Anybody can get it. And I think that he's going to do an amazing job and at least get a little bit over 500. And I think that's going to be a great thing. So I hope they work well together. I hope that they can get it together because Virginia Tech is a very promising school. And I don't like to see them basically getting shafted by every opponent they play. It's just, the ACC is better when Virginia Tech is on top, baby. I want to see a Virginia Tech in the ACC championship. Just me. Haven't seen it in a long time. Would love to see it come back. Maybe a Virginia Tech versus FSU game. Hey, even though they don't play this season, but you can always meet in that ACC championship, baby. And to the teams declining bowl games, Notre Dame, I understand, right? You're pissed. You don't want to play. Okay, I can understand that. You don't want to go from having a playoff, possibly a playoff game, to some Birmingham Bowl, I don't know who you're going to meet there, but it ain't going to be good, right? I understand it. You rather just end the season and leave it like that. I 100% understand that. For Florida State, although they did not meet the criteria to get a bowl game because they lost to Florida, right? So they didn't get that. But after you run out of teams who are eligible, and there's a lot of teams that declined it, then you can start offering some of those 5-win or whatever teams, hey, you want a bowl game? They offered it to Florida State. Florida State said, hell no, I don't want no bowl game. They declined it. Now, honestly, I thought that they were going to accept that invite, but I think that a lot of the team, sometimes, I guess they just really want, and I have a list of the teams that opted out. Notre Dame, Kansas State, Kansas, Iowa State, Florida State, Auburn, UCF, Baylor, Rutgers, Temple. Why do they have Rutgers on there twice? They don't be paying attention, boy. Or maybe they opted out twice. You never know. Who knows? If I'm head coach of a team, I personally would love to play a bowl game, especially if we had that horrible season. I think that, especially if we did not end the season how we wanted to, I'm saying, yeah, we're going to play this bowl game. I absolutely want to play. Right? Like, why not have another game, another win in the record book? Yeah, we didn't meet the eligibility requirement, but some things work out. Why would you not want to get that extra game with your homeboys before everybody takes off and goes wherever they want to go or get ready to start next season, right? This would be the game where I try a bunch of trick plays. I try stuff that I probably want to try during the season, but it was too risky. This is the time I try it. Notre Dame, I'm giving a pass to. I understand. But at the same time, Notre Dame, you got to beat the head-up opponent. This is why I don't feel bad for y'all, because you got to beat the head-up opponent. If you don't want to have this problem, beat Miami. I dropped my stuff. If you don't want to have this problem, beat Miami head-to-head. Go join a conference and win a conference championship with a winning record, and you would have got in. But instead, you don't want to do that, and Florida State declined the bowl game as well. So I personally think a bowl game is an honor. Probably not as much anymore. I don't know what college football is going to look like in the next 10 years. I'm honestly terrified. We're going to bring it home to Penn State real quick. Because I want to talk about T. Roddy's guy real quick, and I want to see if y'all are motivated. I'm not, but maybe.
And I want to finish with this so I don't screw it up. I hear this is how we got to finish it. So we are
Penn State.
We are
Penn State.
We are
Penn State.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. You're welcome. Oh my gosh, that's not even the video I want to play. There was another one. Give me a second. Play it again. I want to hear it again. It sounds so. Maybe y'all just drop people up there at Penn State.
Finish with this so I don't screw it up. I hear this is how we got to finish it. So we are
Penn State.
We are
Penn State.
We are
Penn State.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
But he gave. I'm not gonna be able to find the speech right now. But he gave a speech. Maybe this is it. I'm not gonna be. I don't want to paste anything else. But look, all right. Basically, he gave a speech, right?
And
other than this, he gave a speech that was pretty. I think it was pretty mid, pretty average. You got to get a high intensity guy, right? You got one thing about it. You got to get a crazy coach to go in there. I am a very energetic person, especially when it comes to competing. I love it. That's when I get loud. I'm a chill person otherwise, but when it comes to competing, I am ready. Like if I'm head coach of Penn State, I just walked in. Hey, we want to welcome our new head coach to the program, Mr. Cameron Justice. Everybody clap. I'm scanning the room right now when I walk in. I'm going to take the applause. I'm scanning the room when I walk in. Because I want to see somebody who's not clapping in this room, right? I need D1 Glazers on this team, right? Y'all want to glaze Shedeur so bad. I want D1 Glazers in the audience. Glaze me, glaze the team. Look, it's going to be so much glazing you should work at a donut shop. Y'all better glaze me. Y'all better glaze me. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, got to have a little suit on and everything. Watch this. I'm saying, from what I don't know too much about Penn State. I don't. I really don't. One thing I do know is that y'all want to win. And if that's the case, I want to be here. I know I can get you over the hump. I know I can win at this program. If you put the resources behind me, I'll put that championship in front of you. Because that's what I do. I go into situations like this. I don't want to go to a program that has national. I don't want to go to that. I want to build something. You expect a head coach that's going to come in here and win the big games, and you got it. I demand, forget 100%. I want 110. You give 100% to everybody. I want 110% from everybody in this room, from every coach, every player, every staffer, everybody. Just keep the girl who Sherrone Moore got, keep her out of here. Don't bring her to Penn State. If you do that, it will be okay. Keep her gone. We demand excellence in everything that we do. We will not skip reps. Everything is going to be with full intensity. I have something I like to call controlled aggression. It means that, hey, we're not going to act out of line. But when we're in front of you and you're in front of us, we're going to have that controlled aggression where we can crush you. Absolutely destroy our opponent. We're going to be quick, fast, efficient. And if you're a guy on this team and you don't know if you want to be here or not, get the hell in the transfer portal and get the hell out of here. I don't want you here. I don't want guys who are on the fence. I want guys who are ready to fight for this program and have allegiance to this program, who have loyalty to the program. And if that's not you, get the hell out. Because guess what? I'd rather have 11 guys on offense and 11 guys on defense, and that's all I have on my team, than to have 60 mugs on this team who don't give a damn. To have 60 mugs on this team talking about another program and where they want to go. Leave. I'd rather run a team with 22 players than 60 sorry ones. I don't care about your talent level. I don't care if you're a 1-star, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess what? That don't mean a damn thing to me. Because if you show me effort and intensity, if you show me that you're willing to listen and be coachable, I can get you wherever you want to go. That's what I can do for you. You could be a 5-star and be sorry. You could be a 2-star and be amazing. I don't care about that. That's how somebody else graded you. That's not how I graded you. If you want to work, come to Penn State. If you want to win, come to Penn State. If you want a chance, if you're tired of getting overlooked, come here and put in that work. I got something for you. We're not skipping no bowl game. We're planning everything. And when we get to the playoffs next year, we're not just here for the look of it. We're not just here to say we made it. We're here to win it. And once again, I'm very clear in everything that I said. And if you don't agree with having a program of excellence, and when I say excellence, I mean on kickoff, we're running. We're not jogging, we're running. We'll make sure the ball is secure. We're running. Hey, guess what? Even in situations where we might be just be in jerseys and shorts, that's it, no pads, we're still doing things the right way. We're still going through the little things because guess what? The little things make the biggest picture, right? It ain't the big things that make the big picture. It's the little things that make the big picture. And if we can do the little things right, we'll have a good program. All that stuff you see online where players hitting coaches and disrespecting them and slapping their hands down, get the hell out of my program. I wish somebody would do that here at Penn State. All this, well, I'm untouchable because I got an NIL bag. Hey, guess what? If I ask you to come to Penn State and you say how much you going to pay me, take that to Florida State and go 5-7 or 5-6. Take that over there. Take that over there. If you lock in with this program, I got everything else for you. I'm going to make sure you well compensated. I got you. But don't come here thinking I'm going to give you no Hellcats and kiss your ass. It's not what's going to happen at this program. See, we're going to go back to an older style of football. Not this new stuff that y'all got going on. Bad situations are happening now. Let's get back to the good stuff. And that is the mentality that we need. So if you want a program of excellence, if you want to win, guess what? You're going to lock in with me because it's time. The best thing I've heard is to find the cancer in the team and kill it. And I will find that cancer because I hate cancer. And we're going to fucking kill it. Hey. Any questions? It ain't going to be no questions after that. I won't even answer any questions.
I want to finish with this so I don't
What he got going on?
I hear this is how we got to finish it. So we are
Penn State.
Hell no. I would have stopped. I would have said, I would have stopped. I would have been like, hey, wake up or get the hell out the room. Hey, we are. That's how you hit that. That's how you hit that. I'm fired up right now. I'm fired up right now. You can be emotional and all that stuff. It's time to work. Leave that emotional stuff. Go, say that for your wife or something like that. Go over there with her and do all that. No. Energy.
We are.
Penn State.
We are.
I would have bust that microphone out. I'd get one of them old mics you can keep right there. I would have bust that thing out of there. Would have had to get a new mic set. It don't take much. And when people hear that right there, the player's going to have two options. They're going to stay and embrace it and live up to that. And you got to mean it now. Don't just say the shit and don't mean it. Or, second option, they're going to leave. Some players going to hear what I just said and say, oh, hell no. But some players, because guess what? The 2-3-star players, them the ones that be gems, for real. They the ones that be hidden. All these 5-star players, most of them ain't worth a damn thing. Because they're used to it. They're used to everything being given. Work. I don't care what star you are. Work. If you're willing to put in work, I'm willing to work with you, and I can make you great. Thing I love about football is that, I might not be able to grow your size and all that kind of stuff, but I can teach you how to catch a football. I can teach you how to run a route. I can teach you how to sprint. I can teach you how to do these things. I can teach you how to be a good DB. I can teach you the fundamentals. I got you. But if you don't have that effort in there, it's not going to make a difference. People aren't good. People aren't bad at football just because they're bad at football. They're bad at football because, one, probably never had somebody who actually believed in you. Because some people say, well, hey, he's just bad. Okay, are you not going to help him? Nah, he's just bad. Help him. He can be great. You just got to help him. Same thing for life. I can teach you anything. You just have to want to. Now, if you don't want to, you're not going to care about it. I've trained people, grown folks, all around the board. People in high school, when I was a general manager, I used to train that when we hired minors. In fact, younger people were my favorite to hire because they just do it, right? They want to learn. And that's why I talk to them about opportunities. I talk to them about going up, being manager, being all this kind of stuff. Don't just stay on this low-level bullshit. Don't be a cashier all your life. Don't be a cook all your life because you'll sit here and slave to make, what, $12, $10 an hour? No, hell no. Go be a manager. Go be somebody's boss. And then, hey, get this money while you can and get the hell out of this industry. Go somewhere else. That's what I did. I got that money while I could. I got up out of there, and I went somewhere else. Because that is how you bring people up with you. Everybody I talk to, I don't have this small mind. I don't have the sit back and just let life do you and just say, hey, go for it. Go for it. I don't know about y'all squad, but the Justice Squad, it's eating. My little online family, they're getting promotions. They're doing well in life. That's what we love to see. I ain't got to tell this to them because they already chasing it. They already getting after it. That's what I like to see. But I rest my case. That's all I have for the podcast today. I have nothing else. Hopefully you enjoyed the motivational speech. I do plan on starting to coach. I'm going to start sending emails and reaching out to people coming up, but it's going to be a good one. I appreciate y'all. I love you. I'm going to take a break, get a bite to eat. I'll be back on live, and I'm not going to say 30 minutes. Give me at least an hour. Let me relax my throat a little bit, and we'll be back on here, and not on here, but we'll be on the other channel, and we'll hit it. So I appreciate you. Love you. Thank y'all for watching the show. X had a good bit of people over there watching, like almost 200. Like y'all are killing it on X today. 254 to be exact. Y'all are killing it. Appreciate y'all. Love you. For my other community, my other family outside of this channel, I'll see y'all on the other channel in a little bit. Appreciate y'all. Let y'all know your boy C Justice is out. And we going.